Yes, so we are just streaming live into the Facebook group as well for our education session.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead. How can I say?
Can I go ahead? Can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, I actually have a few questions. I wrote myself a little list. They are
Okay.
mostly about the newsletter. The first one is actually, you might or might not know this, but how can I add a Loom video into into an email? I don't know, I might have to ask Loom about this, that is there a way to embed this video? Because if I don't embed, if I add the link, when I click or when they click on the link, they actually get into my Loom account where they can change things, it seems to me at least.
Okay. So one thing is that if somebody clicks on the link of your Loom video, yes, I was just saying that, sorry for the glitch if there was. I was just saying that if you add the link to the newsletter, then nobody can get into your Loom account. They will get into their Loom account and they will not be able to change anything. That is for sure. That is 100% sure.
Oh, because I kind of sent myself a test email where I clicked on the link, but then obviously I got into my own account. And
Yeah.
it's the first time I'm using Loom, so I wasn't really aware of this. Oh, that's really good. Thank you.
Right. For example, if you send me the link and I click on that link, if I have a Loom account, I will get into my Loom account. And if I don't have a Loom account, then I will only land on that video. What you can do as a workaround is you can add an image in your email with that video icon. So they will feel it's a video, but when they click on it, they will be able to, go to that Loom video.
Yeah, that's kind of a question also because I know how to add an image, but can I add a link to an image in the email?
You can. You can click on the edit icon and then you can add a link to the image as well.
Okay. All right. And then the next question about the email is how can I add a button and a link to that button into the email? Because I tried adding and I couldn't find button anywhere. I found image, but not button.
Okay, so what I'll do is I think all of your questions will get answered if you watch the email extended designer workshop by Zenler, because a button is also possible, a link in the button is also possible. All of that is possible. I'll just send you the link of the extended workshop. Just give me a second.
Okay. That would be nice because I've been struggling. I've been trying things around and not finding stuff.
No problem. I'll do that. Give me 1 second. Yeah, here it is. I'll just send it to you on the chat. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Thank you. And then it might or might not answer that extended thing. My next question. I've seen someone having a newsletter with kind of having several boxes, as you can imagine, and the text in these boxes, but the alternating boxes were colored, the background of them. So she had one beige, one white, one beige, one white, or one gray, one white. So it separated a little bit the text into this kind of different paragraphs. And I couldn't find a way to add a background color to these boxes that I add to the email.
Okay. I think all your questions will get answered once you watch that tutorial. If you have any questions, you can always come back and ask them here.
Okay, so it's there as well. Okay, so last question. I have one more, which is not email.
Okay.
Oh, actually, oh, crap. That might be email also about how do I add the logo banner, but that might be also answered in that then. But then the non-email question is on my sales page. When I add blocks, how can I save them as templates? Let's say I add a button where I link my price or whatever, and I try to save it as a template so I don't have to recreate it all the time. And I couldn't figure out how to do that.
Are you asking it on the email new templates?
No, on my sales page, on the regular. Say when I add a block with the
Okay.
button and the link to the button, I would like to
Right.
save it so I can just reuse it several places in my sales page.
Correct. What I'll do is I'll send you a link. There's something Okay. So I was answering your question. There is something called as custom blocks on Zenler. If you go to any of your page and you save as a custom block, let alone that sales page, you can go anywhere on your site and then use that block again.
But how do I save it? Because I went to blocks and I saw these custom blocks. I clicked on it and obviously there's nothing there because I don't have any custom blocks. But let's say I have my sales page, I have a button, buy now or sign up. How do I save that?
What you need to do is once you save that custom block, you need to go back and refresh because you've just saved it and you have not reloaded the page. So that is why it is not appearing. Chances
But
are if
how
you
do I save? How do I
okay.
save as a custom block?
Okay, 1 second. I'll just show it to you. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Because I didn't even get through the first step of saving it.
I'll show it to you. Give me one
Thank
second.
you.
Yeah. I'll just share my screen in a minute and I'll show it to you. Okay, so I'll show you in one of the marketing funnels. For example, we are here. And I will click on edit here. Uh, 1 second. Let me add a block and show it to you. Okay. Do you see this? Save block as a template?
No, okay. So it's up there in the left corner in the little blue. Okay.
Yes. Save block as a template. Just give it a name, test template,
Okay.
and then you save it.
Okay.
Now here, when I open my custom blocks, I'll click on this plus icon again. Let's say you're on another page
Okay.
and you're designing somewhere else. You'll go to the bottom and you'll go to custom blocks
Okay.
here. Once you click on custom blocks, so see, this test template has appeared. Sometimes you may not see it immediately. For that, you need to refresh the page and then it'll appear. For now, it has appeared automatically.
Okay, I understand. That's easy enough. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, Julia. Yes, Julia, how can I help you?
Well, I don't really have a question for now. I'm just, I attended a long time ago, months ago, a workshop that you gave on Instagram. And you mentioned about the ID name, and I'm changing that ID name now because I just finished my PhD and I'm gonna change the name and all. So I'm gonna change it in all platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, Pinterest, and all. And you said to me you would be able to use the same ID in all platforms. It shouldn't be a problem to change it. So I'm doing that at the moment. I'm just struggling a little bit with Facebook. So if I don't find it, I will let you know because you said to me, if you have problems, let me know. So I'm gonna try.
All right, I'm always here on you. You can always catch me Thursdays 4 p.m. UK time to answer any of your questions that you would want.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. But for now, I'm managing on my own. So if I have troubles, I will ask you.
Sure. All right. So any of you who has a question, please raise your hand and I'll take the questions in the order of. Okay, I'll go with Nikki first and then Divya. Yes, Nikki, how can I help you? You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Hi.
Yeah.
So I've got I have my site and I've had it for about a year. But I want to do a complete rebrand. And I don't just mean new
Okay.
logo, new colors. I mean new domain and new email and everything. I have already put a post on the Facebook group, but I'm really nervous about this. So I'm just trying to get as much information as I can. And one of the things that I think I have to think about is that all of my subscribers, which is about 900, I think so far, have signed up to my current domain or email or whatever the correct word is. And if I do a rebrand, I lose all of my subscribers. Is this right?
Okay, so rebranding is more visual. Okay, so whenever you change your name, you change your colors, you change your identity as to what is the look and feel in it. Nothing inside your account changes, no courses, no subscribers, no list, anything on the back end in your account doesn't change. It is only the front end that changes. You can always go to custom domain and add another domain, which would mean that all your pages will automatically get updated. Like right now, if they are business.com and you change it to nikki.com, all the pages will become nikki.com automatically. All funnel, all pages, all courses, everything.
Yeah.
Yes, your users might not know yet. You would have to send out an email to them saying that if you want to log into my site now, this is the new URL. If they are subscribers, so I understand subscribers have nothing to do with logging into your account. Only students log into your account. So you have to send out an email to all the students saying that this is the new URL to log in. To all your subscribers, you can go back and say that, hey, we have rebranded. This is who we are now. Go and check out my new website. That's it. And then everything else remains the same in your account.
But would I need to ask them to opt in again? Because I'm in
No, they
Europe
wouldn't
and
have to because they're
yeah.
Yeah, they've opted in for a system, and that system is Zenler, and they already know that the brand name has been upgraded, but the person remains the same. The data is being used by the same person that they submitted to.
Yeah, okay. And just moving on a little bit from that is if I'm changing my domain, then any link that I've left anywhere is going to be outdated. So any links that I've put in LinkedIn or in Facebook or whatever, or everywhere, is going to be out of date. And is that just a case of manually having to try to remember every single place that I've put a link to my site and then manually updating it?
Okay, so what you can do is that there are two options here. One, whatever domain that you're going to change it from, you can keep paying for that domain and you can set a redirection rule. That means anytime anybody opens business.com, automatically they are routed to nikki.com. Or if you feel that any of these links can have, sub pages, sub accounts, and things like that. So you can have a page which says that, hey, we have rebranded. This is a new website. Please visit here. Anything of that works. But you would have to keep paying for the domain so that you are able to read out people from one place to another.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's quite scary.
Welcome to business.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I had known what domain I really wanted when I first started, but I didn't. Anyway.
That's okay. We all evolve. That's completely okay.
All right. Okay, that was it. That was all I wanted to ask. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hi, Divya. How can I help you?
Hey, so I have 3 questions related to setting up live interactive webinars with multiple schedules. So I'm conducting a live webinar twice in the next week, one on Wednesday and then one on Saturday. So my question is, first of all, the replay page. So the replay page can only have one recording. So does that mean that I can upload either of the recordings, or is there a way that I can have 2 replay pages and then send both separately to both the different set of participants?
Absolutely. So you can have as many pages as you want because you can clone them in the steps, and you can have as many videos as you want on one page, or as many photos or anything you want, because that is also customizable. So you can design it how you want it. So both are possible.
Okay, so how do I add one more replay page? Because I couldn't find that functionality. I already have the backend set up. So if you could just show me.
Okay, I'll just share my screen. You're doing a live interactive webinar, right?
Live interactive, yes.
Yes. 1 second, I'll show you a live interactive webinar. I don't know if I have a live interactive webinar set up here. Okay, I do.
Do you want me to share my screen? I can do
No,
that.
no problem. I'll do it because this meeting is being live streamed to Facebook. So because of
Okay.
the GDPR rules, we try not to share screens. So if you go here, I've opened a live interactive webinar. Then I went into one of the webinars, and here I am on pages.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I go to the read page here, here is the replay page. When you go to the replay page, okay, I see that the clone is not possible here. There should be an option to clone. Okay. In that case, what you can do is you can add both the videos to this page, or is it that you want that people should not be able to see the videos together, like you want to keep it separate?
Yeah, I want to keep them separate because the Q&A section at the end will be separate for both sessions. So is there any other way I know I can just send them the link to the video that gets recorded automatically. But then that allows them to like download and
Download.
distribute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. See, what I would suggest is number one, do write at support@zenler.com to check when you're doing multiple webinars. Do multiple pages get created here automatically because there are multiple sessions of the webinars that is happening, right? Do write to support to get an answer on that. For now, what I can suggest you is if you go to site and if you go to pages, you can create standalone pages where you can add any recording that you would want and then share the link of this standalone page to your users.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can clone it from here. This is the clone.
Right. Okay. If I
You
go
can
to
create a structure and a design,
site and
site,
page.
pages. Yeah.
Why did you ask me to write to support? Sorry, I missed that.
Right. So I'm asking you to write to support to check with them that if you're doing multiple webinars, how do you share the same exact question you asked me? Because I
Okay.
think maybe they know the tech behind it that do multiple pages, replay pages get created when you do multiple webinars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so the participants who sign up, they don't have a way to directly access the replay page, right? It's only accessible if I
Right. You'll
send
have to send
a
the
link.
link.
Okay. So that's fine then.
Yeah.
And is there a way for me to sort out like people who have registered for either of the dates, like by the dates in the automations, so that I can send them the two links separately?
Okay. Can you come again?
So like everyone who is signing up is getting added to the same webinar as registered users. So when I send automations, is there a way for me to sort out like who signed up for Wednesday, who signed up for Saturday, so that I can send them the replay page links separately?
Right. So the system will pick it up itself. Let me show it to you. 1 second. Let me open that link once again.
Okay.
Okay, let me go to registered users first. If you go to, I don't have a result here to show because it doesn't have multiple bookings. But what you will be able to see here is that who has booked for what. You'll be able to see the name, email, and the scheduled date because it is different, right? So you'll be able to see the bifurcation here. Then if you go to automation, if you click on register email, there is a small option which says that trigger for all. 1 second, let me check. Maybe I don't have multiple dates added to it, and maybe it is a old session. That is why I'm not able to see here. But there is a option which says that you trigger it for all the sessions, and then automatically from the system, all the sessions that you have scheduled in your webinar, it goes for all of them. I think the option is not here is because I did not select the multiple timings here. There was just one date and time. That is why.
So there are 2 schedules, right?
Right, but this is an old one, so I'm not able to see why
Okay.
don't I have the automations. I'll have to test this.
Okay, okay.
Because there is an option where you're able to, the webinar is meant for that different dates and time. So you are able to send it to people according to the date and time that they have registered for. That is definitely possible.
Right.
I'll just have to test
I
that
think
live. This is an old one.
okay, so I think I understand that the automations will go out as per the date and time that
Right.
they have registered for, but is there a way for me to sort them out? Like, is there a way for me to say that this email should only go out to the people who have registered for the Wednesday webinar?
That I don't know if that's possible or not. I don't think that is a possibility right now. But what you can do is here, when you click on add filter group, you can select other kinds of filters if they are a part of a particular funnel, a part of a particular course, and other filters like that. This doesn't give you the option to decide whether they have registered for a Wednesday webinar or a Thursday webinar. That you might not know as a
Okay.
part of these filters. But this will give you
Okay.
email open rates, user tags, completion rate, things like that.
And is there a way for me to send that out manually, like to send out like a standalone email manually and not add it to the automations by scheduled date?
That can go email broadcast. That can go by email broadcast. Or it can
Yeah.
even go from here also, because if you are able to clone this email, this gives you an option on, after, on, and on. When you select on, you're able to put the date and time yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so for starting the webinar, do I just click on the start webinar option that I see at the specified time, or is there another way to do it? And will the system know automatically that, this is the Wednesday webinar, it should go out to a specific set of people, and this is the Saturday webinar?
So the first question is, yes, the system will know that it's a webinar, Wednesday webinar or Tuesday webinar according to the date and time that you fill in the system. Second, you can start the session 15 minutes prior from the scheduled time. So if the session is, let's say 10 p.m., you can start it at 9:30 p.m. 9:45 p.m. So 15 minutes is the time that you get to start before the scheduled time for the people. And you only need to click on start webinar. That's it.
Okay, and the system will know, and it'll like allow people to join and then.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay, yeah, that's it for my questions. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Okay. Yes, Hema, how can I help you?
So hi, Manmeet, I'm here after a bit of a time. So I am going through like a rebranding. My website was called Maximum Harmony, and now it's Soul Sync with a Q at the end. And the transition has been like very chaotic. And it's mostly because I think I messed up in some way, because I was trying to follow the directions that New Zenler has on its the educational instructions. So here is the issue I'm facing. So after like pointing the DNS records and everything, it's only if I put the entire, if I do www.soulsync.com, that the website comes up. But if I just do soulsync.com, it doesn't come up. And then also almost all the internal links within the website are not working. And so I have been working with support, and they've told me that, you know, they've given me the information, etc. And I actually work with GoDaddy to have some of it fixed, but I'm not going to be able to know for some time whether it has been fixed or not. So specifically, I want to ask, if I go to site settings and under site details, I have site name is SoulSync, and site URL, it still has my old.
Okay, I think why this is happening is because of a redirect rule. What you would have to do is you have to go to your hosting provider and you have to tell your hosting provider that whenever somebody opens www.yourwebsite.com, you'll have to tell your hosting provider whenever somebody opens yourwebsite.com should get redirected to www.yourwebsite.com, so that it doesn't lead to a not found page. So a redirect rule has to be set, in short.
So I've just, before I hopped onto this call, that has been done, but they're saying it's going to take 24 to 48 hours.
Right, the DNS propagation takes time, so you'll have to check it. It doesn't really take 24 hours. You can check in 3-4 hours, and if it doesn't, next 4 hours you can check. If it doesn't work, maybe another 4 hours, and after that you can get back to your hosting provider.
Okay, so I guess my question is that, is there under settings and then site details, I have like site name SoulSync, and then site URL, it's still set to maximum harmony, which is like the old. So should I change this to reflect the new one?
Okay, so I think if you have set up your custom domain, that site name is just what you had maybe given in Zenler when you set up the site. So you can change it, no problem. It will stay unaffected because your custom domain is set.
So this doesn't have any, it doesn't matter.
Yes, correct.
Yes. So if it says maximum harmony rather than the new, I can change it or not change it, it doesn't matter.
Yes, correct.
That's interesting. So, I mean, as of now, the only thing I need to do is to wait. And you think like after 3 or 4 hours, everything will start working? All the links will start working?
Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay, I guess that was my question. So then all the links will start working and everything will work as planned. And I just need to go and make all the changes for the name change within all the pages of the website, which I can just go in and make the changes.
Sure.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. 1 second. Yes, Julia, how can I help you?
Yeah, as you mentioned that time that if I had troubles changing the ID on some platforms that I could reach out to you, I have to say that I am facing troubles with Facebook. I am following the steps that are being shown on Google, on the internet, but I don't see the option to just change the username. I mean, the username, I mean the ID, which is going to change the URL of the whole professional page. So there's no way I find it. So if you could help me with that, I will be very grateful.
Okay, so you're trying to go back to the video of that particular lesson, is it? Of the Facebook video?
No, I'm trying to change my ID, my username for my Facebook page.
Okay, so just trying to understand how can I help you here do you want me to help you with the tutorial that helps you to change the name of the page?
I'm just wondering if you know how I can solve this, and because I hate Facebook. They don't have like a support office or anything, and it's
See, when you
very
change the
complicated.
name on Facebook, it will take about 24 hours to approve your new name. It doesn't change in one go. You will have to go to the settings of the page. You can use any video on YouTube, any Facebook tutorial, and you can go to the Facebook page settings and then change the uh, name of your page.
Yeah, but I don't find where to change the name of my page, even though I'm following those tutorials.
Give me 1 minute. I'll just quickly check for you. Just give me 1 minute.
Thank you.
I will look for a page on YouTube only, but just give me 1 minute. I just found one link over the internet. I'm just sharing it with you. I hope this helps you.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And Prem Devi, how can I help you? Hi, Prem. How can I help you?
Hi, Mamit. How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you here supporting us all. So I have
Thank
two
you.
questions for you. One is the first time I set up a price subscription, which is weekly, because I will be delivering some yoga classes live, and I want to give the option for people to sign up just for the classes they will participate. So, but it seems like if they sign up for like 3 weeks, in 3 weeks they sign up, they will still be able to watch the ones that I've delivered before on the course. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. They will be able to watch the courses.
Okay. But they will, if they don't pay if someone sign up on the first week and don't pay for the following week, they will not access what's coming after, is it?
For that, you would have to set tier systems. Because if you don't set up tier systems, then they would have access. If they're not paying, then the entire access would be revoked. It is not that they will only get access to a certain thing. They will, okay, for example, let me explain you like this. Let's say you have a course and you have 10 lessons in it, right? And you have added 2 more lessons and I stop paying. So if I stop paying, all the 10 lessons access will be revoked. It is not that I'll have access to the 10 lessons and I will not get the +2. I will not get anything because I've not paid.
Okay.
But if you set up
there is a
tier
button
system,
there that says I can set up how many days they will have access once they paid.
yes, correct. But that is also on payment, right? If the payment doesn't happen, then entire access will be taken.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So the second question is about the little logo there. When I'm going to the page where I change the logo, I cannot see which size it's supposed to be. There is a place where it's written branding on site, and then logo, and then underneath is favicon. And they seem to be different sizes, which I can't find which sizes they are because the ones I try to upload is not showing properly.
Okay, I'll tell you. 1 second. Let me just share my screen for a moment.
Okay.
And if you see this screen, do you see these small icons like the YouTube icon?
Yeah,
Facebook
that's the
icon?
one.
That's the Fev icon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And the normal logo is the site logo. When you have the logo is on the then Fev icon is the small icon on the browser.
Okay. Okay. And which size
Yeah.
do I suppose to upload them because they different, are they?
Okay, I'll just check the support document for the sizes. Or it would also have sizes mentioned in the branding site, I think.
Yeah, it's there.
The
Where
size is
I am.
mentioned inside the site.
Well, not when I open my page. It's not showing me the size. It's like it just shows me like your logo will appear on the top left on the navigation, and underneath set your site favicon here, but it doesn't show me the size at all.
Okay, I'll send you the support link. You can take a look at this. If you still don't find the size, then I'll try to find another for you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one is like sometimes I have these thumbnail on the courses, no? So it's on the first page, course details, and I put the picture there. And I also put on the CEO the same picture or other picture, it depends of the course. But sometimes when I'm sharing the link on Facebook, on Instagram, or something, it doesn't show it. It doesn't show the picture up. It doesn't come up, and I don't get why. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't come up. If for one course it comes up and the other one is not coming up, what am I supposed to check to see if it's working before I send it?
Okay, let me come back to the question again, where you're saying that one time the question, the social image comes up and the other time it doesn't. You're talking about the courses, funnels, or which part are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about the courses. When I get the link, for example, of a course, and I get the link there for sharing with someone. Okay, let's put on that way. When I am on live, what?
I've understood what you're saying. So when you create a course on the register page, if you go to the settings, I will just share my screen as my site opens up. When you go to the register page settings, you will see that there is something called as okay. Yes, Prem, I was answering the question for you. I have just opened up my courses. Just give me a minute and I'll show you where to edit the social image from. For example, I'm here. I'll go to pages. I'm in the pages of the courses. After I go here, I will click on the edit icon. Okay, and here there is an option here, SEO settings or paid settings. Let me open SEO settings, and here is the social.
I put that, yes. I did put that, and like, for example, live, live comes with a waiting page. And I've shared the link, for example, the link for the ones that are not registering, so they are just on the waiting page for it to open up. And the link doesn't show the picture that I put there.
Okay, then the chances are it might not be updated. I would request to clear your cache and history, then try once again. It'll definitely work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's quite a while. I'm not managing to make these live classes working there. And the last question I have now is I did set up a background image on the sales page behind the course curriculum. No, and there is a space there when I put opacity or something like that, that I click, let me say, how does that call? Overlay color, overlay, background overlay, So I put it in white, I set up beautifully the opacity of it. And when I'm on the editing page, it shows a beautiful green thing on the background of course curriculum. I put the course curriculum in orange. But when I go on viewing, it becomes also with the opacity of the overlay, like the image is on the back. But the written part doesn't supposed to be like that, because on the top part of the course, it doesn't happen. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean?
No, it's getting a little confusing. What
I
I would
know.
suggest is if you could create a quick 2-minute video for the support team and send the video to support@zenler.com. They'll be able to help you better and quicker because they'll be able to visually see, the assistance that you require.
All right then, darling. Thank you. I imagine I would need to do that. Okay. Thank you so much, Mamit.
Thank you. All right. Hi, Sarah. How can I help you?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. So, from your suggestion the last time, I have about 400 and almost 500 people on my mailing list. And
Okay.
when I send out email broadcasts, only about 374 are delivered. And there's no
Yes,
way
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and you told me to write support. I did, but no one ever answered. So is there another way I can get in touch with people to give me some suggestions?
That is not possible. Did you get a support ticket?
Nope. I think
That means
I can't remember. They might have said this is a reply or we'll get
if
to
you
you.
got a support ticket, then it should be answered. If you did not get a support ticket, that means it never reached support. Please go and check your inbox that if you've got a ticket number. If you have, share it with me and I'll fast pace it.
Okay, I will I'll check my emails now. Okay.
Sure.
And then one other question. I was interested in Prem Devi's comments because I also teach yoga online, but they register through my site, but it automatically goes to my Squarespace scheduling and that's where they pay. So it seems like I was just curious how you did it because I teach on my
I wrote to
phone.
you on the box right now, Sarah.
All right. Thanks. Because I kind of want to have the money come in through New Zenler instead of going through Stripe it will still go through Stripe, but I'm just curious how that's done because in the very beginning when I signed up, that was how you do it. You link your payment through your website. Maybe that changed now. And then it automatically goes to Zoom. So I'm curious. I'll read that, Prem. Thank you very much. Do you teach on Zoom? Does it go to Zoom? Okay.
Yeah, it goes on live classes from Zenler
That's interesting. Okay.
and Zoom.
And Zoom. Great. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Mamit. I'll look for that email. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, Bryn, how can I help you? Long time.
Hi, long time indeed. Yes. So I had an upsell attached to one of the thank you page of one of my little courses, and I no longer want that upsell there. And I went into the settings for edit upsell, and I took away the course that the upsell was to, and I turned off show confirmation, but it's not going away from the page. It's still showing on the page.
Okay. Can you explain this a little more, minutely to me? Is this a course? You're upselling, that means it's a course.
Mhm.
The upsell is the order bump or is it a manual design you have added in? And if you could give me a little more details.
Oh, it's not a order bump. It's on the thank you page. It's an upsell.
Okay.
And I did it a long time ago, like a year ago, so I don't remember if I did it manually or if I used what comes up.
Okay. Is it a dynamic block or a manual block? If it's a dynamic block, that means it's a feature at Zenler. If it is a
It's a
manual design
dynamic
that you
block. And
then it's a feature by Zenler.
it's a dynamic block. You can't delete it. You can only go to settings. And when I go to settings, I took off, for the upsell, you choose the course you want to upsell to. Well, I took it off, so there's no course chosen now, and I turned off the show confirmation that if they want to buy it or not. So I undid all of that, but it's not taking it away from the thank you page.
Oh, so if I understand correctly, you want to remove that upsell from your thank you page and you're not able to remove the upsell. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so why don't you delete that dynamic block? If you delete the dynamic block, the upsell is gone.
There's no option to delete it. Otherwise, I would have done that.
Oh, that's very strange because if you can't delete that one particular block, maybe there's an entire column that you can delete.
Oh, let me see. Aha. Dun, dun, dun! Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have another question, but should I let the next person go and then come back, or?
Sure, I'll ask others if they have a question. If not, I'll come back to you.
Okay. I see another hand raised, so I'll just raise my hand again for after.
Yes. Hi, Arun. How can I help you?
Hi, Manmeet. Good evening. I don't know what is the time of the countries. So, see, I've been trying to use the community, and I found recently there was some session on the community part. So I just need to know how we could use it effectively because
Are you a part of the Facebook community, official Facebook community?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so if you're a part of the official Facebook community, you can go to the events section and you can go to all the past workshop that we did. We did about 9 to 10 odd sessions, starting from the 7th of January. It was on every Tuesday and every Friday, and some on Sunday. And we have covered almost all features of the communities and some other questions also that people were asking. So you can go to the events section in the Facebook community and go to all past events. You'll find the recordings there.
Is there any specific headline or kind of event only for communities, or is everything is about community?
I'll show you. It is only for communities only, but I'll just show you. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 second.
It'd be great if you could share me the link also, if possible.
I'll show you how to navigate because I wouldn't have to share you a link because it's in the Facebook community. So as soon as you go to the Facebook community, you will go to the events area.
Yeah.
When you go to the events area, you go to the past events and you will see all the blocks with this designing, which says promote your communities, mega Q&A for communities. Then I'll click on see more. All the designs with this color and branding is how to monetize your community. Then sitemap for communities, creating a community content calendar, then leveraging social media to attract new members, then email strategy, types of communities. So these are all the sessions with this graphic that you'll see are for communities, and it starts on the 7th of Jan.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll do that. Thank you very much for sharing this.
All right. Thank you, Arun.
Thanks.
Okay. Does anybody else have a question that I can help you with? Yes.
Yes. I got a question.
All right, Dennis, just give me 1 minute. I had, how do I pronounce your name? Agnita, is it?
Yes, that's correct. Hello.
Okay, so I'll take a question from Agnita and then I'll come to you, Dennis. Yes, Agnita.
Okay, so I'm arranging a free live interactive webinar. So now when people register, an email is generated automatically to the ones who register. Now I can't find that email because I want to change it, and it's not in the list over different emails going out. Do you understand my question?
Can you be a little more descriptive and I'll be able to help you better?
Yes, there are many emails already written in English. So, and it's fantastic because it goes out automatically, and I can go in and change the language or moderate the text. Now, I can do that on almost every email that goes out automatically, except for this live interactive free webinar. I can't find the form for it, but it goes out automatically anyway, and it's in English, and I want to have it translated into Swedish. And
what? Yeah, go ahead.
And I find the different forms under language. So if I go to language and then I go down to system emails, that's where I can't find it because it says live interactive webinar registration success, paid plans. But what about the free plan? Where is that email?
Okay. So what I understand, like you said correctly, if you go to language and you go to system emails, here is where it says, let me come to webinar, live interactive webinar registration success. Okay, you're asking where are the free plans, is it?
Yes.
1 second. So I think it is just to notify that you have an email here which says plan price.
But that's not the one that goes out because when I test it, another email goes out.
Is it from the live webinar section?
Yes. Yeah.
Have you checked the automations?
Yeah.
So it is not even from the automations?
It is automated. Yes, it is because I tested it myself.
Okay, so I mean to ask the email that is going out that you're not able to locate where it is going out from. Is it from this on register sequence?
Perhaps. I don't know.
You might have to check because there are only two places where the emails go out from. It is either the system emails, or if you come to that particular live webinar, you go to the automation and then there are some emails that are here. The emails could be going in.
That solves my problem then. Thank you. I have two more questions, but I'll wait until it's my turn again.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Dennis, how can I help you?
My problem seems to be that I manually register a student and they don't get the email. And I've been working with your tech support online, and they keep saying I have to authenticate the email because I have a Yahoo email address, and I don't seem to know how to do that. Is there a way they can just get the email from .newzenler.com and not have to worry about using my email?
All right, so that is something that support will not be able to do because authentication of the email requires you to set up a code in your server wherever you bought your domain. It has to be domain authentication. So what I'll do is I'll send you a support document which shows step-by-step how to authenticate the email. Until you do that, there will be some deliverability issues or whatever you're facing because it has to be done on your account level where your domain is hosted.
Okay, well, I also have some existing people that were signed up when I was on the free plan, and I tried to change the password for them, and they don't get any response to change the password. So is that tied in with this email authentication?
Okay, so when you're saying you sent some, I did not send what to them?
I had them go in and try to change their password, and they never got any password reset.
Password reset. Okay, there could be email deliverability could be a reason for sure.
Okay, is there any way of not using my email and using an email from your site, or no? Can I set up emails that way?
Your custom domain and your email domain needs to be the same.
What I'm saying is, if I do not use a custom domain, can I send emails without a custom domain?
Dennis, I don't know if you're in the US. This is Scott. This is Scott, but it's against US law to use a non-custom domain like Yahoo or Google or any of those when you're doing a business. You must have a domain and have it authenticated and sent for it. Otherwise, you're violating US CAN-SPAM Act and they can shut you down.
Okay, so there's no way of using a new Zenler email somehow, right?
Yes, there is, but it's not like the link that Mamie provided. You are actually linking your domain that's registered at your domain host, the email, to Zenler and telling it to link in that way, but it has to be like DennisCampbell.com. You don't use the new Zenler as an email server. You have to set it up so that it's authenticated through your domain.
Okay, so the problem is I have a Squarespace domain and I've never been able to get it to work. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something you'll have to take up with Squarespace or relocate the domain to another host or provider. That's something that New Zenler can't really help you with. But if you read that document link she sent, it will kind of give you an idea of what has to be done. But I would reach out to Squarespace technical support and see if they can help you with that.
Right. See, it was a Google name registration, and then they sold everything to Squarespace. And I've done everything that you guys told me to do in the tutorials, and it won't take the C name.
If it doesn't let you, you mean it doesn't let you configure CNAME?
Yeah, it doesn't let me change it.
Then that's not a domain you want to be with, because you need a provider that allows you to change all of those types of domain records, because depending on what we do, we need to be able to have access to all of those. So I don't know if you're still using Squarespace for anything, but I would suggest finding another domain host who will fully let you manage your own domain.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Sorry, Mamie, for interrupting.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for helping, Scott, as always. All right. So is there anybody else who has a question before I move forward to answer other questions? Okay. Yes, Carol. So I do see hands up, but I see that I've answered your question once, so I'll take other people and then I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Yes, Carol, how can I help you?
Oh, sorry, I just came in this second, so I don't know if you're asking questions about something specific.
No. You can
any questions?
Just technical questions are for the tech support, email support, but I'll try to answer as much as I can.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what it is I'm needing, and then maybe you can help me. So it's about the cover photo for the communities.
Okay.
And so I'm using the pixels that you guys told, but I can't remember the number offhand. It's 600 by 1200 and something like that. And I don't know if I can post like a screenshot in the chat or whatever, but it's just not working. All right, let me see if I can put that in.
Okay. So you mean that the dimensions for the community template is not working? Is that your question?
That's right. So,
all right.
How do you do this? Emoji file. Oh. I'll post it in the Facebook group. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely okay. That is what I was about to say. You can also tag David, because he's the one who's done all the designs for the communities, and he'll be able to help you in a much faster process as well. So tag him on the Facebook group and put your question on the group. That's absolutely okay.
All right, I'm going to do that then, and I'll bow out and let other people have their questions.
All right.
Thank you.
So does Hendrik have a question? Hi, Hendrik. Hendrik, are you there? Okay, I think he's dropped off. I'll answer a question for Agneta first, and then I'll go to everyone else. You had another question.
Yes, it's about an ebook.
Okay,
is there a maximum size on the PDF for an ebook?
Okay. Good question. I do not have an exact answer to this. I don't think there is a specific size to uploading an ebook. You can upload a heavier file as well.
Oh, okay. What about the ePub? Is that not possible to use because it's less heavy.
What did you say? What is not use?
EPUB instead of PDF.
Okay, I did not understand.
EPUB. It's a format for ebooks, normally used on Amazon, for example, instead of PDF.
Okay. All right. So I'm not aware of that format. What I'll do is there is this link on the support site which talks about uploading PDFs on your Zenler. And as I see, there are no limits to the PDF that have been mentioned here. I've shared the link on the group. You can take a look and see.
Lovely. Thank you.
All right. Have I answered all your questions today?
I have one more.
Go ahead.
Klarna. What about Klarna connected to Stripe?
Okay. I'll have to understand that question better. Connected to Stripe. What is connected
Yes.
to Stripe?
Okay. So when the customers pay, there is a company called Klarna, Klarna,
Okay.
and it's a very easy checkout. And we use it here in Sweden and in other countries as well. And I read somewhere that it would be possible to use it also on your site. So
Okay. Right now, we don't have that integration, but if you want to be collecting payments from that particular site, you might have to use tools like Zapier to do the automation to be able to register people if you're taking payments through that platform. Currently, Zenler does not have that as a payment gateway.
okay. Thank you very much for answering all my questions.
Thank you. All right. Hi, Charlotte. How can I help you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So I've got a question. If I'm not logged into my website, then it's not possible to see the community, the community tab like in the header. So people can't go into communities. So how would I change that?
Okay. So the communities tab is visible even if you don't log in into your site. You can add the community tab to your menu as well because the community has a link, right? You can pick up that link and you can add it to your menu because menu can have more and more options. You can manually add options to the menu as well.
Okay, but then if I'm logged in, wouldn't it show twice? Because now it only shows if I'm logged in.
That's a good question. It would show twice if you're logged in. I would suggest if you write to support@zenler.com and check with them, I'm sure they'll be able to help you.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that.
All right, thank you. All right, now I'll go to the hands raised because you've been waiting for a while. I'll start with you, Bryn. Yes.
Okay. You and Scott are going to laugh because I still haven't done anything with my mail. I always come back to this. So is it possible to schedule broadcasts for later dates?
Yes.
And can you put the tutorials for this in the link for me?
Okay, how to send email broadcast? Is that the tutorial?
Yeah, and like I can schedule several for in the future.
Okay, got it. I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you. And I don't know if it's changed, if I can do a template, an email template that's my own, that's not one of yours, that I create my own template and save it so that I can always then just use that template.
Absolutely. Let me just share it with you. 1 second. Just give me one moment. Okay, first I'm sending you how to send out an email broadcast. I'm sharing that on the chat. And then I'll share email designer workshop that David had did.
Oh, good.
Which is an extension workshop. And you'll be able to understand everything about the email broadcast here. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Idiko, how can I help you?
My question is really quick. I would like to set up an affiliate program. And do you have a link or something for some kind of class that could help me with? Because I know it's a very long story. I don't expect you to tell me now how to do it.
Yes, absolutely. I'll share it with you. There is a system where you can set affiliates on your site.
Okay.
One second.
Yeah, I've seen the button. It's just that I want to set it up right and correctly and nicely and all that stuff.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll just share this with you. I'm sharing a page called Affiliate Program. And if you go to support.newsella.com and you type the word affiliate, there are many more links that will pop up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you. All right. Yes, Hima, how can I help you?
Hi, Manmeet. So one thing I've noticed after I've done the change is that one of the tabs on my navigation is missing from the mobile view. So,
Okay, and why?
yeah, so I actually did a couple of things. I added one more page. So earlier, when everything was visible, there were 4 tabs on the navigation, right? So now that there are 5, my free quiz has gone missing. So is it because New Zenler can handle only like 4 on the navigation? Is that the reason, or something we have done?
Something maybe you've done or you're not able to catch. Maybe because on the mobile version, maybe there are 5 menus, but the 5th one is hidden on the bottom because when you open a phone, the screen size is limited. For example, if I pick up this phone and I try to open a website, I have limited space here. So maybe the 4th menu is going on the bottom of the phone. Maybe that's the case. But it is not that the menu is restricted to 4 items. That's of course not the case, 100%.
Okay. The other issue is that it shows up in a very weird way. So typically on most websites, if you click on the thing, it comes up either as, like a separate page or part of a page where they appear like this, like a menu. Here, they are like welcome is WELCO, and it's superimposed on the image.
It is definitely something that you might have worked on, which has not come out right. I would ask the person who's working on your design or dev to check this once. If not, then write to support@zenler.com. This is definitely something done on the back end, which is not visually right.
Hima, it did happen with my website too, and it was because I did set up a menu in navigation bar and it didn't work. So I needed it to go back into the only option that Zenler has for dynamic menu.
Oh, so if you don't use their dynamic menu, it's off?
Yeah.
So did you have to revert
I
back?
didn't know this is not dynamic menu.
I did go back to their dynamic menu.
Oh,
That's what the support should suggest me to do, and that was the only way to do, actually.
So is there a way, like, I do like the way it's set up. I like it when, there's an image and then your navigation appears on the top within the image. I mean, I really don't like the look of the white on the top. So is there a way to code it that it looks a little better or no? I don't know whether that question is from Manmeet or.
Well, the color I've managed to change, it's orange now. Not much I could do, but at least the color, it's looking more fancy, more blended with the images.
Can you, Prem, do you mind sharing your website so I can have a look?
Well, it's on building this particular one, but it's doors2union.com.
Sorry, say that again.
Doors2union.com. It's on building. You're gonna see something.
It's DARS.
I'm gonna write in the chat then.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I guess that explains it.
Yeah.
You agree, Manmeet, that is the issue?
Yes, because I didn't know it's not a dynamic menu. I thought you were talking about a dynamic menu only. So maybe that's the issue. The design is not. So it is not that if you use a menu that is done by yourself, it would not come out good on the site, but it has to be done the right way to come out good on the site.
So what is the right way?
Oh, that is a long answer. You have to make sure that you use the right icons, the right sizes when the development is happening, and you check the mobile view.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so I'll talk to the developer who I'm working with to make sure that is done. But even in that option, when you're doing it yourself, it shouldn't be restricted to 4.
Yes, correct. That's for sure.
You can have as many as, I mean,
yeah,
many as reasonable.
Yeah.
Is there any guidance for this in
for the menu?
Yeah, in the educational like videos?
Okay, so I don't think there is a guidance on how to maintain the menu. You might get tutorials like how to add a menu, how to create a menu, how to change menu items, but you might not get a guidance on how to create. Okay, there might be some lessons done by David. Let me just check where he has created a menu self-designed. Let me check.
Okay.
Okay. I don't see a specific site. I don't see a specific video that talks about creating a manual menu for your site.
Okay.
What I would suggest is if you write it on the Facebook group tagging David, I'm sure he would have an answer, or there are chances he has a video that I'm not able to locate right now because he's always worked with these kind of things. So if you write on Facebook, tagging him.
Okay. So I will do that. So you think he's the only one who can provide me an answer, or is there something else I can tell the developer that she should do?
David, so I think David would be able to help you understand how he has done it and if there's a video on it. How it can be done is I think the developer should have an answer to have the right sizes on the site to be able to use the right icons and the right elements to be able to create a header that looks good on the mobile, because there are adjustments that need to be made on the mobile.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Prem, how can I help you?
Mamit, it's not showing the right size of the logo.
Okay.
It shows
The
there
menu?
on the 250 by 100, which is something like that. And it's not the square one.
So do you want the size of the fev icon or the logo?
Well, the logo would be great to have both, but the logo is the main one that I need right now. If I have both, would be amazing.
As far as I know, I'm pretty sure that it shows inside the Zenler branding, but let me just quickly check.
Yeah,
And
that's the one I
meanwhile,
just
I would like
found
to ask,
in the
okay, I'll
page.
just quickly check the sizes for you.
Okay. Because on
I'll
the,
quickly check the sizes for you.
okay,
Yeah.
where is that?
One second. Hmm. I'm pretty, you didn't find the size in the,
I did find it. It says in Zenler tutorial there. It says 250 by 100, but it's not because it's a square.
okay. It also depends upon what your logo is, because the size of the logo and the design of the logo also depends on what the size is coming up to be.
Yeah,
You're
I
looking
just
for the
wanted to go there in the little square that is available in Zenler, so I can make whatever it's needed to be made if it's fitting on Zenler branding Squarespace. But I need
Okay,
to know
so
what's that size to create something for that space specifically.
okay, let me just ask you again. Are you trying to put the logo or the favicon?
The logo.
Okay, one second. Okay. It's 250 into 100.
250
into 100.
215, 200.
No,
Aha.
250 into 100. I've put it on the group.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Ah, no, that's the one that I found too, and it isn't because that is a rectangular one, and the space that we have on branding is a square one.
Oh, that's completely okay. Try to upload one and see that does it work out or not.
That's what I did. That's what I'm
Okay,
asking
so try
because I.
200 into 200. Try 200 into 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for today.
Thank
See
you.
you next time.
All right. Hi, Bryn. Tell me.
Hi. Okay, if I wanted to import, say I want to get rid of my other email, I have MailChimp,
Okay.
and bring people who are still want to be active over into Zenler. Is there a best practice for doing that?
You can export and import. You can export from your MailChimp and you can import it into Zenler.
Yes. I understand that, but is there a best practice in terms of like, I know that it might not look good to just import a huge, like, and what's the limit? It's very high, right, of how many contacts we can have?
It depends upon your plan. I think if you're on the pro plan, you can have 20 to 25,000 leads and unlimited students.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And anyone who signs up for any course or any lead is a contact in the contacts.
Yes. If they sign up for a course, then they're a student. If they sign up for anything else, they are a lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've heard that it's not so good to just import like, you know, thousands of things, people, contacts, that it's better to like do an offer and say, hey, I'm changing platforms. If you want to stay with me and hear what I'm up about, click on this, and then you can you know, get they can add themselves?
All right. So that happens usually because you've taken consent from people to send them communications from one platform. It is okay if you do it manually as well, but if you want to go ahead and tell your people that you're changing platforms, you can send them a funnel or a link or a registration link, and they can sign themselves up themselves on Zenler.
Okay. And I had a related question. Oh, is there a way in Zenler Mail to for them to be able to tell you what topics they're interested in receiving emails about?
You'll have to check with the support because I know about granular unsubscribe, but I'm not sure if there is a subscribe option as well.
Oh, there is a granular unsubscribe?
Yes, there is.
Is it possible for you to send me the link to that tutorial as well?
Thank
you so much.
Okay, I'll just quickly check for it and I'll send it to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Hi, Michelle. How can I help you?
Hi, Mammy.
Yeah.
I have built bundles. I'm doing an in-person program. I've built bundles with their digital workbooks, but then also they have a personal course as well that has their one-to-one coaching and things in. I've built those. And I am then going to I've set the enrollment at 1 because I only want that one person to be able to enroll onto it. So I've cloned the bundles for each person. And then I have automated the emails to go out. And it comes up, so it's sending, so I'm testing it currently before actually going ahead. So I'm just enrolling myself. And I'm getting I'm getting the course. So I've got the course the course access page URL that I'm sending everybody to. But on that, it's actually not allowing anybody to have access. And also the emails are not coming through automatically for quite some time. And then I tried it on my husband's email. And it completely shuts down his entire email. It just boots him off his system. So obviously something's going wrong. I'm trying to work out what that is and how to correct it, please.
I think multiple things are going on. I would definitely suggest write to support@zenler.com. I would suggest things like checking your email authentication, if your email domain is authenticated or not, checking if people are registering for the page that you're giving them, course or funnel, because only if they register, they will receive the links automatically. As soon as your husband registered, what went wrong, I'm not sure. I think that writing to support@zenler.com would help you much faster.
Right. In the meantime, if I just literally want them to get the page, I just want them to be able to get access to it. So am I sending them to the right place? Or should I be sending them, because I'm auto-enrolling them myself or manually enrolling them? Where should I be sending them to? Because literally, I just want them to be able to access it without having to go through a lot of stages.
If you're already enrolling them, okay. So this is that if you're auto-enrolling them and they're going to course access page, they should have a username and password. You'll have to give them instructions on how to log in, because that course access page is only for students. Even if they go to that course access page, the system will prompt them to put an email and password. So you'll have to give them the email and the password. Password can be common for everyone. And then you can say that use your registered email ID. So there needs to be a confirmation email with the instructions of how to log in into your account.
Yeah. Okay. So, or it was sending, I was going to the page where it asked me to put my username and password, and then I was going to the sign up where it said below, that if you don't have one, and then putting that in. And then when I was submitting that, it was just saying that page was unavailable. Am I missing a link somewhere?
It could only be if people do not have the username password to log in.
So I need to make those.
Yes, you would. When you're auto-enrolling them, you need to be able to set up a password for them using which they will log in.
Okay, and that can be the same one for everyone. And then that would use their email address as user ID, and then that
So your instruction emails can say that this is the way you log in to see your course access page. Number 1, click on this URL. Number 2, email, user registered email ID. Number 3, password. You put the password and say, go ahead and log in into your system.
Right, perfect. That's brilliant. Thanks. And then do I need to put that password then into their student ID page and their profile? Do I put that password in there, or do
That
they?
is only during auto-enrollment.
So if I give everybody the same password, how does that work? I'm sorry, I'm sort of trying to get my head around so many different processes.
So when you auto-enroll them, the system will ask for a few details: name, number, email ID, password. So you have to put in a password. Even if you put the same password for everyone, you have to put in a password for each person that registers.
Where do I put that?
When you're auto-enrolling them, when you're setting up their account.
Okay, yeah, got it. Brilliant. I shall try that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hi, Charlotte. How can I help you?
Hello, I've got one more question. Is it still like that you cannot have the same Zoom link in advance and for a recurring meeting? Or did anything change about that? Okay.
All you can do, you can use a one-to-one booking, which has an invite link. One-to-one booking invite link helps you bypass all the registrations. Like all of you today jumped on a call without any registration. So that's a one-to-one invite link. But that means anybody and everybody can hop in. You will not get their name, number, email ID. It is only for people who are maybe your registered members, clients, people who you don't care if they don't give their email ID. So that's it.
And is that also for a recurring meeting? Would it always be the same?
Correct. It would.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and where do I find it then? If I set up the one-to-one meeting?
As soon as you set up the one-to-one booking, go to the details of the page. You will see an invite link yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have I answered all questions today, or is there anything I can support you with? Any more questions, Charlotte? Michelle?
No, all good. Thanks, Mamie.
All right. We have had a wonderful and a very busy session today. I'm happy to answer all the questions of all the people who have hopped on the call. Remember, I'm here every Thursday, 4 p.m. UK time to help answer all your questions that you might have. Hop onto the call, ask your questions, and keep me super busy. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Thursday, 4 p.m. UK time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Hema. Thank you, Arun.